What's up, everybody? Welcome back to not just another, but the 100th episode of the Movie Mob podcast. I am one of your hosts, Nick Williams. I'm an independent filmmaker north of Boston. Joining me in studio is... God, you look good.
Oh, come on, man.
You look so good.
Well, playing for seconds, you know.
Matt Sampson.
What's going on?
It's so nice to have you here, especially in person.
Dude, I mean, oh, wow. No, it's nice to be here, too.
Shots fired.
Almost 3 years, you know?
I love, yeah, and you know what? It's been a long 3 years. It's been a good 3 years.
Yeah.
Helping us out in this new era of the Movie Mob, now that we're in the triple digits,
That's right.
Behind the camera is our awesome producer, Josh.
How we doing?
And the guy that started it all, live from Gotham City, RJ Carreri. RJ, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So I have a little bit of an announcement. I want your opinion on this, and leave a comment down below after I mention this as to whether or not you would want to have this happen. But I was just thinking, so it's episode 100, right?
That's right. Triple digits.
When we get to 100,000 subscribers, I was going to say if, but it's a when. It's a when, because how could you not subscribe to this channel?
That's right.
Let's be honest, okay?
Right.
When we get to 100,000 subscribers, I personally, using that whatever money we make from this channel, I will get the space, build the set, and bring in the bleachers to do the Movie Mob in front of a live studio audience. I think that would be sick to have 500 people. We do exactly the same show, same uncensored, the same shit that we do now, but with 300 people in front of us.
I think it'd be great.
How sick would that be?
I think it'd be the balls.
Tickets would be free. The only requirement would be you have to prove that you're subscribed to the channel. That's it. That's the only requirement. You have to be a subscriber. You cannot be a rando. You could subscribe at the doorway. Like if there's seats left, you show the bouncer, you go, I'm subscribed, you're in. That's it.
I like that.
That's the only requirement.
So Eden, make 100,000 accounts right now and subscribe.
Yeah, Eden, whatever you got to do, you're the only person who's subscribed and who follows this channel.
Get the word out.
Get the word out. Eden, I'm putting it on you. And let me tell you something, Eden, if you do get us to 100,000, I will employ you as a PR person. No, that would be amazing.
I feel like we should cut her, like Eden in. You know what I mean?
I'd hire Eden.
Like the number one, you know?
Yeah. People probably think that she knows us anyway and that, you know what I mean? Like that she's like an operative.
Yeah.
Fuck it. She can get a check. I
Dude,
don't care.
Before, like we knew who she was when it was just Damon Targ, dude. For the longest time, I thought it was like Christian or Sam fucking with us.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I really
It was cool. It's very, we really do appreciate you, Eden. I swear to God. It's very nice to have you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. RJ, I appreciate you putting in the effort to Zoom with us every week and to keep the show alive. I got our first topic today it's a off-topic topic. Now, Matt, I'm assuming just because of your proclivities with women that you at the very least know.
I like this. Here we go.
You'll know what I'm talking about when I say this, but I have a little guilty pleasure.
Oh, okay.
And it's Love is Blind. You ever watch Love is Blind on Netflix or get into Love is Blind?
I've heard of it, but no, I don't think I've.
Okay. RJ, maybe Allie watched. I don't know.
I thought you were going to go a different route.
I've heard of it.
Okay. Basically, the premise of the show, it's a reality dating show. This has nothing to do with Hollywood or anything we normally talk about, but I'm pissed, and I got to voice this opinion for a second. Josh, have you heard of Love is Blind? Do you know what Love is Blind is?
I know the name.
Okay. It's a reality show, dating show, where they've set up these pods that are little rooms, and they're connected. So there's like two pods connected, right? Like a figure eight kind of deal? Okay. And a guy goes in one pod, and a girl goes in the other pod, and they can talk to each other, and they're dating without seeing each other.
Oh.
Okay? They do this for a period of time, and then after a while, if they fall in love, one of them will propose to the other one.
Without seeing them?
Without
like
seeing
physically?
them. The whole point of the show is love blind? Love is blind.
Oh, I see.
Okay?
Dude,
I hear you. I get it. Listen, this is why it's interesting to watch. Okay? This is why it's an interesting show to watch. These people are totally off their fucking rockers, and they're nuts. Now, if they agree to get married, they do. Hold on. There's a big hallway where these doors slide open and they get to do a reveal. Okay.
This is crazy.
And then they can, you know what I mean? Like that's a part of the show. They get, if after you agree to marry the person, you're able to see them. Okay. You don't have to marry them without seeing them, but you have to agree to get married without seeing them.
You get engaged.
Right.
That's nice.
And there, by the way, everybody dates everybody. So there's like 8 girls and 8 guys. Hold on. There's 8 girls and 8 guys, and they all go in the pods and they all go on dates with each other.
You pick which one you like best.
Right. Exactly.
Like you want a Taco Bell, you're going down the menu.
A little bit. Okay. Now,
Crunch wrap.
if you don't get engaged, you don't get that nice reveal, cinematic reveal moment that Netflix does with these people when it's time to reveal, okay?
Yeah.
Now, here's the issue. Last night, now today's Monday, this comes out on Friday, but Sunday night was the reunion of the thing. And there's a couple that got together after the show came out. They didn't get married, but they're dating. And it was some blonde chick, and the guy's name is Mason. And I'm bringing this up on purpose because it tells you what they do for a living as part of the thing.
Okay.
And Mason is a cinematographer. And one of the things that they did was they were like, oh, look, they didn't get together on the show, but after the show ended, Mason and this chick, they're together now, and they didn't see each other, so they did their own little reveal at home, and they filmed it. Let's take a look, and they go up there. Now, I'm thinking in my fucking head that this kid is a cinematographer for a living. This was a great opportunity for him to show his cinematography prowess as a guy who uses a camera for a living. It was filmed on a fucking iPhone, okay? They both stood on one side of the room and like some kid with an iPhone filmed it. I'm extremely disappointed. And Mason, she's probably going to dump you because of it. Because if you make movies like that, it's going to be horrible. I really was disappointed with that. I thought it was horrendous. Horrendous use of his time. What a waste. To think about it, if your job is to use a camera and they're going to show something that you filmed on a Netflix series and you film it with an iPhone, instead of taking the time to make it kind of cutesy and cinematic-y and use your cameras that you use for work. Why do filmmakers and people in this industry shoot themselves in the foot at every chance that they can get? Why wouldn't you take the time to edit a nice little thing together of your reveal?
You think it'd be, wasted opportunity,
Am I wrong, though?
Yeah, no.
Am I crazy?
No, I think it's...
He's like, I travel everywhere. I make documentaries. I do all this. What do you make him with, a fucking iPhone? What are you doing, Mason? What are you doing? That was my first topic of the evening for episode 100. I'm extremely disappointed.
I got a critique of the concept of the show.
Oh, you and the rest of the world, but go ahead. Sure.
Where are the stakes if you don't get married before you find out who they are? Because if all you got to do is say we're gonna get engaged, and then you see them, and then you back out. What's the point?
So that's the thing. So you fall in love. They ask if you want to get married, right? And then they do the reveal, and then they date for like up until the wedding. And then they have to meet the families. They meet because they agree to get married before they even see what the other person looks like. So they're technically in love. It's over the course of like 7 weeks. RJ, the fucking series has flaws. It's for people that like drama and bullshit, okay? That's the whole point of the series.
Listen.
What? I'm listening.
I think Edmure Tully, he did it right. He didn't know what she looked like until they removed that veil.
Edmure Tully, people forget.
This is the other thing I got to say about this fucking show.
He's kind of a bitch, Edmure.
They walk every bride has a veil, but it's hanging off the back of her head when they walk down the aisle, because that's when they decide, right? So you're stuck if you agree to get married to this person, you're stuck with them until the ceremony.
I see.
And then they ask you right there, Matt, now's the time to choose whether love is blind or whether you'll walk away forever. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So then they decide, and then like people, but I will say there was one couple and they've been together a year now and they're very happy together, and they're both, very attractive people, and they were cute in the pods. It was a nice thing. And I don't know. It was really, dude, I'm serious. They like actually seem very happy. I will say though that the whole thing's scripted and it's all bullshit. But the thing that made me think about the movie mob being live with the stuff was the reunion show last night. They brought everybody out. There were the risers with the people there and everything. And I thought it would be great. Why not?
That'd be cool, man.
If we had fans, why would we not have people? Imagine, because travel to Boston. When you're here, you come see a movie mob episode taping on whatever day we do it at that point. 100,000 subscribers.
First, though.
100,000 subscribers, because I can't build a studio for just Eden. I can't do it. But I'm always looking for the next bigger thing,
I'm more of a Love on the Spectrum guy.
I love Love on the Spectrum, dude. I fucking
Great
cry.
picture.
I can't handle it. I love Love on the Spectrum. There was a great moment on that. Can we talk about this for a minute? It's episode 100. Can we chill? Can we have a good time?
No, I don't know. I don't know that show. I'm not familiar with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
wow.
I've never.
somewhat surprising.
Okay, I don't.
There's a
Okay,
local guy in it.
what is Love and Spec? I don't know.
Love on the Spectrum. Yeah,
Take a
they do.
wild guess.
They went to this castle in
Hammond Castle.
No. It was the one in Ipswich. They
The
went
Crane Estate.
Crane Estate.
The
they
Crane
went to.
Estate's big.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
cute.
Were you filming a
They do-
show about Love on the Spectrum? Okay, basically, Love on the Spectrum is people that have mental disabilities. I would say, because I don't think there's any. It's not like an amputee.
No, I know. What you
These
mean.
are
Yeah.
people with disabled
Yeah.
people that are there's like a speed dating thing.
Mhm.
And they meet up with each other, and it's actually really sweet. RJ, you're not making fun,
Yeah,
right?
They went to Hammond Castle.
Oh, okay. Do you actually watch it though, or are you just making a joke?
I watched like 2 episodes.
Dude, it's actually like really cute. There's this kid, right? Listen. There's this kid who talks a lot. That's part of his
Yeah.
thing. He
No, I know. I know a
he's
dude like that.
overly polite, and he talks a
I
lot.
know a dude like that.
And he said they give him there's like counselors and guidance people there, and they're able to meet with people and help them to be socially.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And she said, or he said to her at one point, he goes, "What do I do when I don't know what to say? Because I'll just start talking about
Yeah.
stuff." And she said, "If you don't have anything to say, you can say, and you're still having a good time.
Yeah.
You can say, I'm not sure what to say next, but I want you to know I'm still having a good time."
Oh, it's nice.
It was really sweet.
That's very sweet.
Then it shows them on the date, and they're sitting there silently for a second.
Maybe I'll try that.
And then he says it, and he goes, "Hey, just so you know, I don't know what to say right now, but I'm still having a really good time." I lost it. I
that's
couldn't do
nice.
it. She goes, "I'm having a great time too." It was the coolest thing. They're like, it's so raw. It's so
Yeah.
real. Because you can't fake that. You can't script it
No,
with
you
those.
can't.
You know what I mean? They can't remember lines.
See, like when I don't know what to say, I usually say something like
RJ,
inappropriate.
did you get a haircut? You look good.
I look good.
Yeah, you look okay. Fine.
He always looks good.
Yeah.
I don't think I look good.
Okay, I thought you looked all right.
No, I
today.
think he looks great. Always
Thank
looks
you.
great though.
Yeah,
Fucking love that guy.
playing for thirds.
Oh,
Thank
come on, man.
You know. Anyway,
Great guy.
I do like Love on the Spectrum. I love stuff like that. And listen, this is like you leave it on while you're doing other stuff.
No,
I'll be working on the laptop.
You need those shows.
I'll be working on a laptop, and
know?
I'll put on Love Is Blind, and then I'll 5 minutes later I'll go, "She said what?"
I
You
like
know?
watching Chopped in the background. It's like, oh, look at that.
Okay,
you know?
this is another one. Yeah,
Like
same type of deal.
We know why you like watching Chopped.
Yeah, a lot of good people on that show. You know,
Why? Who's on
a
Chopped?
lot of good chefs on that show.
Who's a chef that you like on the show?
Just
On Chopped? What's Chopped? Chopped is what one?
you've never. Oh,
No, but there's a lot of cooking shows. Chopped's not the only cooking
it's
show.
the one. There's 4 chefs. They all come in and you have a basket of secret ingredients, and you have to make like a dish within 20 minutes with those ingredients.
Is it the very large man and Gordon Ramsay and the bald guy? Are those the
That might be
Chopped?
Iron Chef.
Which
Another good show.
So who's on
Aaron
Chopped? That's what I want to know.
Oh, it's just random judges.
The random?
Oh, not random, but like it's
No,
not like the same 3.
yeah.
It's like kind of a set of maybe like, chefs you've seen around on the Food Network.
Are they
they kind of
attractive,
alternate.
these judges?
I think that's up to you. I think they're more probably better chefs than.
Well, why do you like it? I don't understand the premise here.
'Cause-
Why does
I
Matt
don't know,
like?
why does anyone like anything? You turn it on and go, oh, it looks interesting. How did he make fucking lamb chops with fucking these
Yeah, but I'm
ingredients?
like a big. But I love love. You know what I mean?
All right,
like I
well-
love love. Most of my life is spent yelling and bitching and complaining
Yeah.
and being upset about things, and so I like to have a little bit of a release,
That's nice.
seeing that people on a spectrum love each other,
I like-
and at least
yeah.
they can be fucking happy.
I think we all need a little
Hey,
release. once in
lube
a
over
while,
love, right?
You know.
Stick around.
All right. Oh, wait
We'll
up.
be right back.
That's on the Patreon. You know. That's on the Patreon channel. Yeah.
Your Movie Mob OnlyFans
That's
premieres
right.
in that's
That's
really
right.
funny.
Yep, subscribe.
Love is Blind. I actually was disappointed. I got really excited because I thought, I was not watching this series alone. And then when it said cinematographer, I definitely gave the old, hey, cinematographer, you know what I mean? All that stuff. And
nice.
they made it a big deal. Like they made their own reveal thing. Oh, I'll show you the reveal, blah, blah, blah. And then, are they ready? Let's see it. And it was literally some guy with like holding his iPhone and they two looked at each other.
It's underwhelming.
What a fucking waste of time. Pathetic. Another
Terrible.
waste of time
Oh.
is this Peaky Blinders thing. They're getting a.
Whoa.
Let's wait for
What's going on?
No, Peaky Blinders is set to get a theatrical release, not just a Netflix release. RJ's very excited about it. Stephen Knight said some chicken scratch stuff, but he wants to expand the Peaky Blinders universe. I ran out of printer paper, so I had to write everything down, RJ. I'm sorry.
Oh, sure.
Yep. Peaky Blinders is set to get a theatrical release, and Stephen Knight is looking to expand the Peaky Blinders universe more because original ideas are a thing of the past, I guess. Subscribe. Matt, how do we feel? I
mean,
know how RJ feels. How do you feel?
listen, Peaky's probably my third or fourth favorite show of all time.
Interesting.
Like, I fucking love Peaky. Like, one of my favorite shows ever. But, like, what makes that show go is Tommy Shelby. Like, it's the aesthetic. You know what I mean? Listen, I mean, I'm sure it'd be a cool show if they do, like, spinoffs and shit. But, like, I don't know. I feel like it's going to feel like kind of like second tier. You know what I mean? If you don't have fucking, Tommy Shelby running the show.
Like, so you're saying,
like cheap.
Just to clarify so I understand before we move on to RJ, you're saying this would be like the Cleveland show as opposed to family.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, man. Even like the movie, like,
do we need it?
No, I mean, do we need? No, I mean, because I feel like, I love Peaky, so like I'm excited to see it, and I'm gonna see it. But I feel like a lot of the time, when shows they end on like a movie like this, it ends up just feeling weird.
Well, I think that's. I understand.
Like, why not just do another season?
I hear you, but I will say that the premise of this is not only are we getting a theatrical release for the movie, but that Stephen Knight is trying to expand the universe.
Yeah.
So it's not ending with a movie. It's
I would say just probably
more like a rebirth. RJ, let's go over to RJ in Gotham and see what he has to say. How do you feel, RJ, about this?
Birmingham.
I mean, I'm pumped that it's coming out in the movies, obviously, because I mean, if we're gonna get the movie, I'd rather go see it in the theaters, than watch it on Netflix. But put a scally cap on, make a time out of it.
I'm a whiskey.
But as for the universe, I think it wouldn't be anything like directly connected to like the Peaky Blinders family, because we've talked about this a while back. Like, there were rumors that he might want to do a show in Boston about like the Irish mob around the same time in the 1920s in Boston.
Interesting.
So like it's like takes place in the same, because he loves to blend in like historical elements. So like if they did something like that where it, maybe there's some side characters that cross over.
Sure,
because Tommy does have business with Boston. Like, he mentions that a lot.
Right.
Doesn't he go to Boston in the last season?
I think he does. Yeah, he actually does.
Yeah. He goes to hide out in Boston.
Yeah.
So I think if that's what they want to do, but I mean, I do agree with Matt. It's like, Tommy Shelby he's the horsepower in that show.
It's Tommy.
So I don't know how that
you
would
cut
do.
out for a second. He's the horse what in that show?
He's the horsepower.
Ah, okay.
He drives it. He drives it.
Tommy.
He rides the horse. Okay.
Tommy Shelby.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. Is nothing sacred anymore? That's what I would say to that. And I think that every good story has a beginning, a middle, and Matt, finish it off. What does it have?
End.
Right. So why do we need to have a continuation of things? Like, the one thing that is guaranteed in life, everybody says two things, death and taxes. Taxes were not around 3,000 billion years ago. It was just, enslavement and stuff. And who knows? Maybe with the way things are going, we will have less taxes in the future. I don't know. We can only hope for the best. My point is that the one thing that is certain for all of us is death. So ends of stories should be the thing that like makes them worth remembering. If Tommy, I don't need Tommy. Do we need Tommy Shelby to be 85 years old because we continue with that one?
No, but I don't.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I think his story is going to end with the movie. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I feel like if they do a spin-off, it's going to be new characters.
Interesting. Do we like that, man?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like, I didn't mind how they kind of ended his thing in the last episode of Peaky.
What, running around in the fog?
No. He kind of like realizes like
that's like every season.
Like the doctor was working for like the Nazi. The only thing I'd like to see, I want to see that Nazi guy killed. I want Tommy to kill him and the doctor because they piss me off.
Okay.
They're trying to outsmart Tommy. No.
Right, but you don't feel too strongly about it.
No, I know. No, that's the only thing I want. I want Tommy to like cap those guys, the doctor and the Nazi guy, and then whatever else happens is gravy. Even if he dies, I mean, like if it's like a cool ending, like that's fine with me. You know what I mean? If it's like the right ending for Tommy,
season,
if they handle it well. Yeah.
Like every season of that show like ends the same way. It's like Arthur like almost dies. And then Tommy tries to kill himself, but it doesn't work.
He ends up just running around.
He has a gun to his head in like every episode.
Dude, Arthur and Alfie have died, and like then it turns out they didn't die like 9 times each.
Right, sure.
Yeah.
Like they've done that so many times, and you're right. Yeah, Tommy just wants to die and just can't.
Yeah, yeah, that's not funny, but it's funny. I get where you're going.
There's no rest for me in this life.
Dude, that's the best fucking meme.
That's true.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
That is funny. Josh, have you watched Peaky Blinders at all or no?
I have not.
Yeah, I watched it. It just
Not a Peaky guy?
some of it I am. Early seasons I
Get your
was.
scally cap
I was
out.
into it. I fade. If you're not keeping, like, if it's not interesting all
Yeah.
the time, that's one of the things I like about White Lotus. Stick around to the end of the episode. We're going to review the 4th episode in season 3 of White Lotus,
That's right.
and subscribe again.
There you go.
But no, we got to push it, man. We got to put.
Yeah.
We got to make some changes around here. And
No, I
feel like,
agree. Yeah.
you know, we invest the time. We do the thing.
No, you're right.
89% of the people who watch the content on this channel are not subscribed. And I'm not.
Really?
I hate being the YouTuber type guy. But I got
No,
big
you
plans.
You got to do it.
I got big plans. I want to fund
Yeah.
films. I want to be making films. I want to release films on the channel. I want to grow this show. I want to do a lot of different things. And the only thing that's standing in the way of that is someone hitting the fucking button.
Yeah.
Hit the button. You know, if you're watching the show, hit the button.
You know, maybe we'll do a giveaway once we get to 1,000 subscribers.
It's not maybe. It's not
Okay,
maybe.
we will.
We'll do giveaways.
All right.
I want to have a live show. I'll throw shit out in the audience.
Yeah.
You know?
Do a Q&A.
You like that,
fans,
RJ?
you know?
I'll throw shit out in the audience.
Oprah.
I was going to do it again.
Come in the
Yeah.
office.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
No, I like that, though.
Oh, man. It could go fast.
I think you should
What?
I think you should revisit Peaky Blinders though.
Yeah, I'll give it
Because
a...
I mean it's only 5 seasons, 6 episodes each season.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's the thing. Only 6
Yeah.
episodes, so you can fly through it.
I'm rewatching it right now. It's good.
Each
I
season's the same
I didn't
thing.
like it initially, and it took me a little bit.
But okay, not to
You know,
tie
Billy
not to
Kimber.
tie everything into like The Sopranos, but
Yeah.
just hear me out.
Billy Kimber.
Everybody was kind of aggravated in 07 when the screen cut to black and The Sopranos ended.
Mhm.
I wasn't aggravated with it because I was 12. But then later when I rewatched it through all the whole time or the whole series again, I thought to myself, like, I could see why somebody would be aggravated with this. But like it doesn't, if you don't have an end, like, dude, look what happened with Many Saints of Newark. It was shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck that movie.
Right. It was fucking
Yeah.
horrendous. It was so bad. And so it's like, had we just left it as it is,
Let it be.
You just
Good song.
you let it live.
Let it be.
Let it be.
Let
Let
it
it
be.
Live and let die.
Oh.
Right. Live and let die.
There
Like
we
you
go.
just and then that's the thing. You let it die. When it's time to die, it's your time. And when the show ran its
There's
course,
no time to die.
right? But we don't need 85-year-old
Good movie.
Tony Soprano. It just wouldn't work the same. You don't want to see him hobbled
Yeah.
over and. You know
Yeah,
what
it's
I
like
mean?
the new fucking Indiana Jones movie. You know, I liked it just because, like, me and RJ, you know, McShane was there.
Okay.
He was drunk. He was crossed for Indiana Jones.
There it is.
The kid was, I mean, he took open his extra
Not
large
not advisable.
Coca-Cola. I think he put like 5 things of Jack Daniels in there, down the 100 milligram edible. He had a great time.
I mean, what's better than that?
Hey, that's what Harrison Ford would have done.
But everyone else that was sober for that movie, I think, you know, was like, Indy's a little old, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, a little
Speaking of show endings, though, I finished Dexter the other day.
Yeah.
How's that?
Easily the worst ending of a show I've ever
That's
seen.
what everyone says.
Hold.
Yeah.
You finished Dexter the original series or the
The
new?
original. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't watch the new one yet.
He goes off on a boat or something, right?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
like,
I don't spoil it. I think Matt might like it actually. if you want.
yeah,
Nah,
but like,
forget
okay,
it.
but it's common knowledge that they brought Dexter back. So like, he doesn't die. We know that.
No.
I'm not going to say what happens, but I'm just trying to confirm. You finished the original series,
No, he doesn't die. No.
and he goes off on a boat.
That's one scene.
That is a
Sure.
scene in it. You know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to get you to say.
I do. I know exactly.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Matt,
Yeah.
go watch the fucking series so we can have a conversation about
Yeah.
it. But he does come back. I didn't know if you meant like you're up to date on the new thing that came out on like
No,
Stars.
yeah.
or
I
whatever it
mean,
was.
but I've also heard the ending of that one's bad too.
I heard the whole
It's just
new.
great.
I heard the whole new series is shit compared to the old one.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah,
They just made some really terrible decisions all around. But
right. Yeah. Well, what are you gonna? This is the point. Because when it's difficult to let things die, or when you start a story and you don't have an ending in mind, it just kind of keeps going and going.
You know what
and
I'm
it
happy
dies.
it's rare that a show they know the ending.
Yeah, like Breaking Bad. I feel like Vince
Yeah.
kind of had it planned, you
Yeah.
know? Even,
Lost, they just kept
oh,
dragging out.
dude, talk about a show that fucking fell off.
Yeah.
Started out hot and just...
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I'm happy
I
that's
actually think I
ending?
like the Lost ending better than Dexter, though.
I don't know what happened at the end of Lost, to be honest with you. Man, like if
Yeah.
someone said, tell me what happened at the end, I don't know. Like some people flew off in an airplane. I don't know. And I loved Lost, the first 3 seasons.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Some things people just won't let die. And, you
Yeah,
know,
man.
if you're powerful enough, if there's someone who's getting in your way, you just push him off to the side, which is very similar to the Broccoli family and Jeff Bezos, which is our next topic here.
Wow. What's going on?
Jeff Bezos said with regard to the Broccolis after being told that he was a fucking idiot. Quote, those are YouTube, those aren't my words, those are the Broccoli family's words.
They said that to Bezos?
They did.
Wow.
Bezos said, whatever it takes, get rid of her. And that's why she got $1 billion. Now, I think it's funny because that's this very similar language to like a Tony Soprano or maybe a Tommy Shelby.
I was going to say that's like an alpha boss line.
What do you think Tommy Shelby would say if he found out, if he said, whatever it takes, get rid of her, right? What do you think he would say if he found out that the way they got rid of the person he was talking about was by giving them $1 billion?
Yeah, that's one way to do it, you know?
Yes, I don't know if I'd be happy with that. RJ, how do you feel about this topic with Bezos and all that stuff?
Well, so I think the funny part is so like, remember we talked about this a while ago? The report came out that they were talking about doing the Money Penny spinoff, and then she said they're all fucking idiots, whatever.
Yes, yeah.
But I guess it says in the article that friends of her heard that. So are they really her friends? Because clearly this got out to someone, first of all.
It's the
then
CIA.
Bezos gets word of it.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then here we are.
Right. We're doing in memoriams for James Bond at the Oscars as opposed to Go ahead.
No, yeah, I mean, it doesn't really change how I feel about it being owned by Amazon.
Right.
I think it's not good, because we are going to get a stupid spinoff like that now.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I didn't realize that Bezos was that. I guess when it's such a big IP as James Bond, he probably does want some input. But I didn't realize that he really cared much about the entertainment side of stuff. But
do you think a man in the position of Jeff Bezos, who is one of the world's richest people in the world, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that I don't think Jeff Bezos likes being told what he can and cannot do.
Oh yeah, I mean this was a big dick move. This family has had control of this franchise forever, and he just
a big dick-shaped
swatted
rocket.
her away.
Big dick-shaped rocket move.
That's right.
That's what that was.
Thank you.
Yeah, right. Going up to space.
There it is.
I don't know, RJ. I feel like he did it. I don't even know if he cares about anything except making money and growing his company.
Yeah,
he certainly doesn't. Care about delivering packages and things on time or consumers. But I would say
I get my packages quick.
Hey, good for you and your package, RJ. I'm happy for you.
Moving in Gotham.
Moving and grooving. The Penguin's taking over, but he's taking over Amazon.
Yeah.
The thing that I find interesting about it is if you are a very successful corporate business person, and that's really what this is. It's all contracts. It's all legal paperwork and all that other stuff. Why would you go out on the record calling the guy a fucking idiot and you think you're going to be able to keep your... Because there's certain... In business, like in corporate world, there are certain things. I think they call it... what do they call it in Succession? It's like a bear hug.
Seen it. That's him.
Oh, okay. I'm saying in like corporate worlds, right? Like companies get really, really big.
Yeah.
If a company offers you something, especially if you have a publicly traded company, they call it a bear hug because you have to do what's in the best interest of the stockholders.
Yeah.
Which is why Elon Musk bought Twitter and they couldn't say no because he offered them enough money that it would have been a disservice to the stockholders to not sell it to him. So it's like a legal...
they would all sell. Yeah.
Legal loophole. So you have to do whatever's in the best interest of the public if it's a publicly traded thing.
Owned, yeah.
But I don't think James Bond is intellectual property. I don't know why. I mean, I guess the Broccolis just said, okay, we'll take the bill.
It was just probably too big of a number to pass. I mean, everyone has a number. Like you can say, but everyone has a number. Eventually you get to, $1 billion. It's like, all right.
Everybody's got a number, huh?
No, listen. It's just how it is. You know what I mean?
What's your number, Matt?
So it's not as high as you'd think. Not
as high as you think. That's a great... See, imagine we had a live studio audience here. They all enjoy that collectively together. That'd be great.
Compared to the dollar store.
That'd be great. I don't know. I feel like that would be fun.
I think it'd be fun too, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think if I had the ability to just tell someone, do whatever it takes. Yeah. Imagine the power to say, do whatever it takes to shut them up and
do whatever it takes.
I think that's absolutely hilarious. Go ahead.
But to your point, he doesn't care about necessarily their plan for what they're going to do with James Bond once they get it. He just wants them to acquire it.
I think that accepting $1 billion
Yeah.
shows that the Broccoli's don't really care either.
I don't know. I mean,
They probably care, but it's just like too much. I mean, there's certain things you can't pass
well,
up.
no,
you know?
well, also now for the first time ever, they were working with Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Up until this point, they were kind of doing it on their own with MGM, and now it got bought. So now they're probably also thinking, do I want to continue this franchise having to fight with the higher ups at Amazon? You know what I'm saying? It could be just like that too. They've kind of ruined the fun.
Wouldn't they have to fight with the higher ups at MGM as well, or no?
Yeah, well, it seems like they were playing ball with them for so long. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I guess so. I think that who are the Broccoli's? Why did the Broccoli's own it? Why was that the case?
They got the film rights from Ian Fleming way back. That I think, and they've just had them. They got it early, and they've had them.
Because they saw an opportunity to make money, or because I thought it was like J.K. Rowling owns Harry Potter, but it's because she invented Harry Potter.
She wrote it, yeah.
Right? So I didn't understand.
So Albert Broccoli.
How about Tolkien, the original guy, huh? All this fantasy crap. It's Tolkien.
Yeah, so they got him early, and they made him low budget, kind of at the beginning, and then they just kept him.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not giving me too much information on it.
Just listen. Just give me Henry. Just give me Henry. Cavill, Henry Cavill. However the fuck you say it, in the theater. I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Dun dun. And give me fucking Superman up there. I'll be happy.
I think what's his name's doing all right as Superman. My guy.
I'm excited for that movie.
Corin Sweat.
He
looks pretty.
I'm
good.
gonna see it.
Yeah.
We should see it. We should all see it.
I like it. I'm all about it.
I'll give it a chance. I like. I'm a big gun guy.
So, in typical movie mob fashion, I think we have a little bit of ESP. I think we're really good at what we do. I do. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna.
What does ESP mean?
ESP is the extra special. Josh, what's ESP mean? Come on, don't you have the ESP? A little diagnosable ESP.
You mean Aspie?
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
No, ESP is it's a sixth sense about things.
Oh, good movie.
Premonition.
See dead
M. Night
people.
Shyamalan.
Yeah. Right.
Dead people.
Big Irish.
Big
So
Irish.
what I'm thinking is listen, I've been saying this since the beginning. Ever since there was a jewelry robbery. Let's move on to White Lotus.
Okay.
Let's move on to White
right.
Lotus.
Can I just say one last thing?
Yeah, I was rambling. I was trying to get to a transition. It didn't happen.
The one positive thing that has come out of this James Bond news is they said that James Bond is going to remain a British male.
Okay.
So it won't be a woman. They won't try to change that because people were scared that they were going to make Bond a girl.
I got a question for you, RJ. What is a woman?
Yeah. Thank you.
White Lotus episode 4.
Right. No, you're right. You're right. I think the one positive thing that came out of this James Bond deal was that they have a new Bond villain, and his name is Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, that's true. He totally could.
I think that would be fantastic. Imagine it's some guy who just sits up in a high tower somewhere, going, "Do whatever you got to do."
Yeah, no, I can see it.
Get rid of her.
Doctor Evil. He's gonna Doctor Evil
He
look.
does. He
Bezos.
does. He does. Now he does with the shaved head and everything.
Yeah.
It would have been funny if the Broccoli's kept it and then made like a villain that was deliberately like
Bezos.
kind of alluding to Jeff Bezos.
This
That
is
would
what
have
I'm
been funny.
saying. They could have done it.
Yeah.
They should have
Yeah.
done it, but they didn't because they're sellouts and they like the billion.
Mhm.
Hey, who doesn't love a bill?
Another billionaire in Thailand. That's where a lot of billionaires go.
It's true.
Nice. Thank you for the transition. White Lotus Season 3, Episode 4 premiered on this past Sunday at 9 p.m. I had the pleasure of watching it, and I think the best way to review these episodes is to go family by family or
I like that.
like
Yeah,
storyline by
I
storyline. And
Yeah.
where would you like to start? Either RJ or Matt?
Can I just want to start with my favorite character, Goggins.
Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
I like it because I feel like it's fun.
Good place to start.
Yeah,
RJ's gonna like this.
I think because like they paint him as like a very kind of like kind of like a jerk
Yeah.
and everything, but I think his relationship with is her name Chloe? Is
in
that
the
her
show?
name?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Or the British girl.
Something like
Yeah, the British
who's
girl.
lovely.
She is lovely, and I can I just say really
Yeah.
quick.
Isn't
I
she lo-
Yeah, I don't thank you, I don't know how Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
I don't know how she does it. This girl is her outfit choices are abysmal in my opinion.
Oh.
She's got the buck teeth. If
I like
on
the teeth.
hold on. On paper,
It's cute.
if you were describing her on paper,
Yeah.
you'd be like, I think I'm.
But there's something about her.
She pulls it off.
There's something
She
about
is
her, man.
so gorgeous. She is so fun and cute, and she's very pretty. And I don't know what it is about this girl that is so attractive to me. But she's perfect. I think she's awesome.
Oh,
and she's a great partner, and she plays a great character in the show.
Yeah. No, it's like, you know.
But if you think about it, like she wear like some of the outfits, I'm going, what the fuck is she wearing?
Yeah.
But she still looks good in them. Like she knows how to make it look good.
Oh, she's the best,
You know?
She's like Nate Robinson in the NBA, you know. How's he doing it at that, you know?
Right.
Somehow he gets it done.
So she's been pretty positive, I would say, toward Walton Goggins' character throughout the whole thing. She stands by him no matter what. And this is the first time in this season or the series where we've seen her kind of push back and say, excuse me, I'm trying here. What's your problem? And you don't tell me anything. Why are we here? What's going on? And RJ was right.
Wow.
RJ, I'll let you take it from here. What do you think?
About Goggins?
About Goggins.
Well, I think I was partially right. I mean, my initial, I think from episode 1 was I threw out the idea that he might be a hitman.
Right.
And then which I kind of don't think anymore, but then we had that scene with the therapist where he mentioned that his dad was killed. So then that's when I kind of had the idea that, oh, maybe that dude killed the dad, the dude that owns the White Lotus, which is true. So is he there to kill him though? That's the question, right? She asked him.
I don't think he knows. I think he's just like, he just needs to like confront that.
He's got a theory.
He's kind of confronting this thing that's how, because you can tell he's carrying this weight on him his whole life, probably his whole life in the show, definitely, and his whole life. And probably his whole life has been like leading up to like this moment, this conference, and he probably doesn't even know, you know, what's going to happen when he sees him. And he might kill him. He might like, I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know what's going to happen.
I don't either.
And we still don't know really what he does for work. And that's kind of been like a little bit of a theme this season about the people who go here. Right. There was the whole episode was you're either here hiding from something or seeking something.
Yeah. True. I feel like.
So I think that seems to be the theme of this season.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Nick?
Yeah,
I mean, what do you think his purpose is with that?
So I don't know. And to be honest with you, I love Walton Goggins and I love these characters. The scene on the boat where she says, I want to talk about everything right now. And they kind of just let loose with a lot of information, but not enough information. I'm not going to lie, it did fall a little flat for me. It felt like, I don't like the scenes where you know what? It's a little James Bondy to me, where you get the James Bond's tied to a table with the laser or the big buzzsaw going up his legs in the middle, and you allow for the criminal mastermind to kind of monologue his whole plan before Bond.
It's like, why did we milk it so much just to have it revealed like that?
Right. I felt like
that's fair.
Like, really?
A little underwhelming.
It was a little underwhelming. I wanted something more. In the episode in general, I wanted a little bit more. RJ and I we very briefly chit-chatted about that on text last night. But you know, I was a little underwhelmed because you're right, RJ. He gave these like hitman, very elusive kind of vibes. And when she finally calls him out, he's like, I don't even know what I want to do. And that's like it's like, fuck, like what are we so what are we doing?
I feel like his demeanor in that scene made me feel like he's not a hitman. Like he doesn't have he doesn't have that grit to be a hitman, but I mean I could be wrong.
No, I think no, because you look at his relationship with her, he seems like just kind of like a damaged man. You know what I mean? But but he's not a bad man. He has a good heart. He's just damaged. Versus you look at the hooker and what's his name, Gary. Like he's a terrible guy. Like you look at he has no interest in her. She's like whatever, you know. Like
she's not that great of a person either. I'll get to that.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a little underwhelming.
Greg.
I also thought I think it's very interesting the way the boat played a part, and we'll talk about all these characters in a minute. But the way that
the yacht tease,
the yacht and the symbolism between that and Tanya from last season, Jennifer Coolidge, bringing everybody onto a yacht, and then they had to all get off the yacht at one point. And I thought it was interesting that Greg or Gary, whatever the fuck his name is. Again, just like last season, tells his wife, I got to go for a couple of days. I'll be back. Like
Yeah,
there was that, it's that whole same type of thing. This is the thing that he does.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to work out very well
No,
because of
he's
the
people are onto him now.
right.
You know?
But I thought it was interesting because RJ brought up something last week about when they were in the restaurant, and you said that the dinner scenes are your favorite.
Those
scenes.
are my favorite. There's so much underlying tension. There's looks around. You can take a lot from those scenes.
Sure. But great acting. You
Yeah.
need to be a great actor in those scenes in
Yeah.
order to make it work.
Facial expressions, all
But
that.
I will say that there was a couple of scenes where I thought Gary was hitting on Saxon, and not hitting on directly, but like looking at him from I want to do additional things with you.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh.
And then there was that scene where he says the title of the episode, or like more outwardly says the title of the episode, where he's talking with Lucius, who will
Dude,
definitely
Lucius,
talk about.
Lucius.
We'll
dude.
get there. We'll get there.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
Dude.
He's talking with Lucius Saxon, who's high as a kite, and he says, "Are you hiding or are you seeking?"
Awesome,
Now,
yeah.
I will say that is an overtly homosexual 1980s way of saying you want to have sexual intercourse with me. When you're seeking, I mean, he was absolutely hitting on Lucius.
Oh,
in
that just went right over my head.
Understandable.
Yeah.
It also went right over.
I got it.
It also went right over Lucius's head, which is understandable.
He was. I mean.
Yeah.
I understand that too, but he didn't take it as Gary hitting on him.
No, I mean the guy was.
Right.
Shrugged him.
Right, exactly. So he pulled back away from that. But I think that I thought that there would be something after the dad gets off the boat and the kids asked to stay behind. I'm thinking, oh, Gary's going to hit on Saxon and have a thing there.
Yeah.
But then he stayed off the boat too because he went back into the hotel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's got to take care of
So
business.
I'm thinking, who's on this boat that's really dangerous, or what's the point of this? Now, obviously, we have Saxon and his little brother there that could have issues. But anyway, with regard to Gary, I don't really know what his motivations are either in this series, in this season. And I don't really know what they're trying. I thought they were trying to get all the rich people on the boats so they could pull the thing that they pulled last season with Jennifer, kill them all, and then they take the money. Something of that nature. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how they would even go about doing that. But it just didn't really make any sense to me personally. What do you think, RJ?
I mean, doesn't it feel like, I feel like we've said this every episode now. It just feels like they're repeating the same things in different, like, and we're not learning anything. I mean, yeah, we learned with Goggins that whole, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
What, like with what's the masseuse's name?
The black lady.
Belinda. So like her and Greg.
Sure it is.
Like what happened with them? Nothing. They just keep recognizing each other. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, no, okay. So I will say that she did listen.
Well,
she did find out about Tanya.
Yeah,
so that answered that
Bureau
question,
of Land Management. She Googled Tanya. She found the husband, and she did find that out. That 30-second scene, I think, could have been included in a previous episode. So the one thing that RJ and I talked about last night, RJ said it. I'll give him the credit, but I definitely agree. Was that it's too dragged out. Ooh. Season 1 was 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Season 2 was 7, and this one's 8.
I 100% agree with that. I think that more episodes, you get a little more filler. I will also say I don't know how you guys watch the first 2 seasons though. I binged both season 1 and 2.
Same.
This is the first time I'm watching it week to week. So
I watched the second half of season 2 week to week.
Okay.
So I discovered White Lotus.
I watched season 2
because I will say when you binge it, I feel like you probably get less of that. You know what I mean? You probably just kind of think of it as one.
Sure.
Versus like, if you have a filler episode, you're kind of stuck on that. Mm-hmm. Versus like you just, you watch episode 3, 4, and 5 together on your couch, and it's like you kind of take it as one. So for me, I think that's part of it. But I would agree with you. I think the more episodes, you get some of that too. And but I will say, even when like nothing's happening and it's just like them, I don't know. I don't mind it. I like the performances. I like the aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm still engaged. I think, but Matt, I think to your point about the dinner scenes, the reason that this is 8 episodes now we're seeing is that they're kind of breaking away from the structure where every episode is a day, because this episode ends and it's just becoming night.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I just looked at the synopsis for the next episode and it's called, what's it called?
No, that's true, because the ladies, they're still with
Full Moon. It's called Full Moon Party. So this whole next episode is probably just going to be the night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is changing that structure. So that's why it's getting like stretched out a little. I kind of liked it when it was just, it ended with a day, right?
Yeah, no,
What do you
I
guys-
like that too.
Yeah,
It
it
was definitely easier.
The episode
yeah.
would start up like they'd all be like getting breakfast to be like, ashamed of what
Yeah.
happened the night before.
Because
like,
now
whatever.
I'm honestly losing track of how long it's been because
Oh,
I feel like
sorry.
Walton Goggins said in episode 2, I'm going to Bangkok tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like we've had 3 episodes and he's still not in Bangkok. He's just leaving. Like I expected him to be in Bangkok this episode.
Yeah, and a lot of stuff happened with like the snake charmer and all that other crap.
Yeah,
and,
like
how long are we? How
like
long
he
are we here
should
for?
be in Bangkok. He should have been in Bangkok in episode 2 or 3. Like
So-
why are we now going to Bangkok?
Say Bangkok again. Anyway,
Thank
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Though
No,
I feel
you're
like
100% right.
he's been saying I'm going to Bangkok. I'm going to Bangkok. Bangkok.
Where's he going?
You're gonna get Ryan McShane.
Bangkok. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I don't need the filler. Don't show the characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if there's nothing new in their storyline, focus on people with new shit in the storyline.
Yeah.
Why do
Yeah.
we need to bring these people back up again? But and the other, speaking of characters that we don't see a lot of, that we only saw, I think in this episode we saw one specific cutaway to the monkey. There
was one monkey. I thought of you.
There was one monkey.
I thought of
Okay.
you. A lot of statues.
We'll go to your right theory there. Nick.
Right. Now,
Yeah.
after the jewelry store, in the beginning of the series, at the beginning of the season, there's gunshots. We've all been speculating who gets a gun.
Skeet, skeet, bang, bang.
And I said that a monkey would take it away from guy talk, Bangkok. I don't know what is going to happen, and my views on this whole thing have switched. Guy talk and Mook are, I think they're definitely getting a little bit closer. Now that she knows he wants to take her out, there's definitely she's visiting him.
Yeah.
How was your meeting? Did you get the
Yeah.
promotion? She cares
Mhm.
more. Whereas I think in the beginning, in the very first episode, they're like very platonic. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
very like, I
Well,
need a ride to
friends.
work, whatever.
Yeah.
And now gay talk, I don't know how you say his name, and I keep fucking it up, but it doesn't
Big
matter.
G.
Big G. G man. He's he gets
Unit.
I thought do we agree last week that we all thought he was going to get like fired or like
Well, it definitely, wasn't
Yeah,
good.
initially.
it
Yeah.
didn't look positive.
Oh, I will say though, props to you, Nick. You did call the fact that he was going to get a gun, though.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
No, I mean you got to
Yeah,
protect the
yeah,
hotel.
Yeah.
About
Obviously the laws are different over there than they are over here because the manager says, I have a license, here's your gun. And I thought that was
Mhm.
that would never fucking happen here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little loose.
Yeah.
And he gives him a gun and he does lock it away. Don't get me wrong. He locks it away, but he gives him a gun in like this cardboard box
Yeah.
and then says
Mhm.
like,
Have
you
at
have
it.
the key.
There you go.
There
Oh, no,
you
he
go.
said, go to the range, at night, and then he'll be
And
good.
just like a uneducated
Just like a
gun
mook.
owner, just like an uneducated gun owner, any of them,
Lost it.
Big G is sitting there and decides he wants to take a look at his new piece and admire or be afraid of and try and have a better understanding of what's going on. I did find it very interesting because right in the middle of that, where he's inspecting the gun,
Mhm.
Mook shows up and he puts the gun on the table and she doesn't say anything about that he has a gun in his hand. I thought that she would have said, "What the fuck is that?" She didn't to call it out or
No,
anything.
I think he takes it out after though.
No, I specifically remember because it was sitting on the desk in the shot where he's sitting in the chair and she's standing. His coverage over her
Oh
shoulder,
yeah, because he walks
shows-
out with her.
right,
Yeah, yeah,
shows
you're
the
right.
gun.
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm telling you, I sat up in bed when he walked out and left the gun on the table. I went, "Oh my! What are you doing, you fucking
Yeah.
idiot?"
Now it's
Yeah.
gone.
It's gone, dude. It's
Yeah.
gone. There's no gun left. We know where it went though, at least for
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And I think this is a great time to move on to the
Lucius.
Lucius
to
Malfoy.
Lucius.
Dobby is a
Lucius-
free elf.
He's a free
He's
elf
mad.
because Lucius gave him his underwear, right?
Yeah.
Holy God. We saw,
Sock.
Well endowed, Lucius.
what'd you say?
Sock.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
let it, hanging fruit, low hanging fruit.
There was some fruit.
Yeah, low hanging.
Very right.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too.
I don't know how you forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was right in
Yeah.
everybody's
Lucius.
face. Yeah. So in this episode, Lucius, whose name is not fucking Lucius. Do you have
Not
do you have the
They're probably
guy's
so confused.
the character's name? The guy
Lucius Malfoy.
Lucius Malfoy, the dad of Draco
Nice.
Malfoy and Harry Potter.
Let me get it.
Oh, I feel horrible about that. Like we're gonna confuse the fuck. This is why we have no subs.
Yeah,
People are like,
man,
I
we
can't
just
even
call
follow
him
this
fucking
shit.
Lucius.
He's referring to other fucking movies.
No idea.
Yeah.
Nice Lucius. Though.
Timothy Ratliff.
Ratliff.
Timothy Ratliff is the character's name. The
Timmy.
actor also plays Lucius Malfoy in Harry Potter. That's why we call him Lucius. But Timothy, Big T,
Big guy.
he is stressed about this stuff. He put his phone, all the families put their phones in a Faraday bag, which is kept with this New Zealand woman who I love.
Oh, Pam.
Increasingly.
Wait, can I insert something
Well,
randomly?
it depends. Where would you want to?
You think I find it interesting though that oh god,
what and
her
where?
accent, I'm probably pulling it too much, but
Easy.
could she be the
Thought you were
sister of?
inserting.
Oh god, I didn't even mean that. Could she be the sister of Armand?
Could
From
who
season
be
one?
specific? Use names.
You know Armand? Didn't he have the same accent?
Who is Armand?
She from
the hotel manager.
Armand, the gay hotel manager in season 1.
He
That's
died.
an interesting way to describe people. Yeah, I
He
think
was awesome.
the guy in Hawaii. You're saying
Or was he
season 1.
Australian? Was he not? Are we
Is
sure
there a
she's New
difference?
Zealand?
Listen,
I don't know. I
man.
think it's. I mean, that's kind of a weird connection. Why would you have two like? That seems random.
I feel like they're the same country. They both.
Yeah.
Both. Them.
Yeah, it's probably not.
Right.
It's probably not connected, but I thought I don't know. I found that interesting.
Yeah. No, I that makes sense.
I'll go fuck myself.
Sure. Enjoy.
No, don't worry. I'll help you.
Where are you going?
Reddit. Let me go
Bangkok.
to Reddit.
No, she just pisses off Lucius every
Continue though.
every chance.
She's trying to do her job. She's a sweet lady.
But it's just always at the wrong time for
Yeah, exactly. Now, I think I will say that in order to deal with some of this stress, at the end of the last episode, Pam, right? Her name's Pam?
Yeah, Pam.
Not Pam. Pam's the hotel lady.
Yeah.
What's the wife's name? The drug addict wife.
No idea.
Oh,
Pepper? Popper? Pill Popper?
Yep, there it is.
I'm looking.
That's a good question.
We should have
Victoria Ratliff.
Okay.
Victoria Ratliff.
So Victoria tells Big T, "Do you want to take a nap?
Oh, that was
Because
pretty good.
I can give you a pill."
Oh,
Well,
dude,
they
she's my
work so
most
well.
hated character.
Yes, and you know what? She's definitely supposed to be RJ, and she does a great job. This actor, the acting across the board is
very good.
phenomenal.
Nick, you would appreciate this. I looked her up. I was curious.
Sure.
She's referred to as the queen of indies because she really her whole career she's only done indie films.
I love that.
Yeah. I thought that was.
You could play Jackie Kennedy.
That's
I feel like. No.
Wow.
And maybe in the latter years.
Yeah, like younger.
Yeah.
No, like older.
Oh, you think? Like young.
Jack, you think that
Oh,
the
okay,
wife,
you're
the
right.
drug addict pill popper
Yeah.
wife, could play Jackie Onassis?
Pam is from New Zealand. Armand is from Australia. They're not
The wife.
connected.
The wife.
It's the same thing.
Nah, whatever. Okay, move on. I
Okay.
don't know what I'm saying.
It's all right. That's okay. She seems old.
Younger.
If she was younger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or play an older Jackie.
That's
O.
what I meant. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so anyway, so I feel like or she gives him a pill, and I like the way that her character portrays addiction. I feel like it's very realistic. Her frustrations and where are my pills. I liked that the daughter called her out on you don't have enough lorazepam at a wellness center for a week. Like, what do you need that for? The thing about it that's a little iffy to me, RJ, and I don't know how you felt about this or if you even cared, was how quickly Big T decides that he's addicted to these things. Like
I said that to Allie. I said, do people get addicted that fast? I mean, her point was he's not really addicted. He just likes the feeling. So and he's freaking out.
I think
so he's kind of looking for
I think
anything.
he's just like crashing out.
I definitely feel like I definitely feel like the financial situation with his company and the that stuff is adding
a panic attack.
It's definitely adding to his general stress level. There's no question there.
I found it more weird that she didn't immediately accuse him of doing it when she was the one who gave him the pills.
Yeah, well, yeah, dude. And then she starts asking the kids, and then he's acting like he's shit-faced, or there's something wrong. Like, if we were hanging out, and then randomly one of us is like, oh, all the time, wouldn't you be like, yo, are you good? Like, nobody says to
That's
the dad,
just a fucking weird family,
like, what's wrong with you? What would you say made them seem weird in this episode?
I mean, listen, take your pick.
I'm asking you to take yours.
I'll take a pick.
No, I feel like I don't know with him. I feel like the whole thing. Well, because I feel like no one said anything because she holds him in such high regard. Like she even mentioned it when they were at dinners. Like, oh, be thankful. Like your father's not one of these guys chasing women at half his age. And they always make reference to how he doesn't before this take like prescription drugs and really doesn't, he's just kind of like a good guy.
Not to mention the fact that she also says, like, you think that those people only exist in movies and we were just on a boat with all of them. And the funny thing is it cuts to Lucius, Big T, and Tim's like, fuck, we are those people now.
Yeah.
Which I thought was great. I mean, the visual, dude, that's so good.
Yeah, he's going to federal prison now. You know what I mean? Like everything. So
yeah, that's well, maybe not. Maybe not, because he wishes he was not living anymore.
Oh.
And after he speaks with his lawyer, who is not doing the best job, in my opinion, as an attorney, and Tim apparently agrees, he looks up into the window, and just out of focus, almost out of frame, is the gun that was left by Big G.
There it is.
Gay Talk left his gun out, and when he comes back, the gun is gone. And it's implied that Lucius took the gun. Okay, so that's kind of where we leave off with Lucius and the mom. He steals all the pills. The mom doesn't know where the pills are. Let's move on to the kids. First of all, the younger brother, when he gets on the boat, I just got to say it. I want that whole outfit. I love that outfit. I like the shirt with the blue birds on it, with the pants, with the... They're rich and they're snobby and they're supposed to be, but God, the outfits in this show are so good to me.
I like the song they played when they walked on the yacht. It was a great song.
That was the next thing out of my mouth. The music was so good. They did this awesome. RJ, I don't know if you noticed this cinematography wise, but they did this beautiful crash zoom on them when they were walking.
Yeah.
It was my favorite, like little like.
That was cool.
What a cool little montage.
Yeah, that was cool.
Let's go on a yacht thing.
Set the vibes.
Dude, it was so cool.
Yeah, that was good.
I think the little brother is coming out of his shell a little bit, or at least he's trying to, because Saxon he's doing magic tricks, and Saxon is there hitting on the wives, the purchased wives of all of these, multi-billion-dollar criminal people, or supposedly criminal, I guess. I don't know. One thing I thought was very funny, just to go back about the Gary getting off the boat, was he said that she asked the wife, the Quebecois, asked if Gary would come with them to this thing or whatever, and he said, I gotta go for a few days. And her response, instead of being like, oh, babe, are you sure? That sucked. Yeah. She goes, can we drop you off and then go without you? Is that I thought, Jesus Christ, they don't like each other at all.
No, they don't.
So funny. Like, they're using each other. He's using her because she's pretty, and he's gay anyway.
Yeah.
And then she also is all about the money and the lifestyle and the lap of luxury and whatever else.
Yeah, caressing with
I just thought
Saxon,
that was funny.
Yeah.
So give me your take, Matt, and we'll go to RJ too, on Saxon and the brother and this dynamic with the women. What's going to happen?
I think what's happened. I think because Saxon is so like hell bent on like setting up his brother.
Yeah,
like give him the alley oop, and I think he's going to end up
setting him up in what way? Go more deeper on
how
that.
he like what he envisions like guys want, like, oh, I'm gonna get him laid, I'm gonna get him pussy, you know what I mean? I'm gonna bulk him up, just like stereotypical, just like braggadocious shit. I'm gonna fix my brother.
Right, douchey frat boy energy.
And I feel like he's gonna I don't know what specifically will happen, but I feel like something bad is gonna happen with his little brother, and it's gonna be on Saxon. I don't know what's.
Well, I want to hear RJ. I want to know.
I don't know.
That dress is gonna get lifted up, and it ain't gonna be a pussy.
Okay, so this was my question, and I don't want to
listen.
I don't want to be too offensive here, but when they say things, I did find it funny when they said, "How did you guys meet?" or "How did you meet?"
Yeah,
whatever.
Online.
And he goes, online. And you're like, "Yeah, of course."
I didn't even.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
I think the three of those girls are lady boys.
Okay. So I will say, culturally, not that I'm an expert, but and maybe it's a stereotype, but Thailand is infamous, I would say, for the ladyboy culture, right? Is that a fair?
That's what they call them there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not my word. That's their word.
Italy's known for pasta.
Yeah.
Right. Italy's known for pasta and cannoli.
That's
right. Thailand is known for lady boys. Cannolis. Yeah. Yep.
I'll leave it at that.
And that's the episode. Just kidding.
No, that's actually not a bad point though, RJ. Like because I feel like he's gonna fuck it up. Something's gonna happen. With him.
Something has to happen.
And they're deceiving in Thailand. You never know. That's the dangerous thing. Is you could think you're going one way,
When you say deceiving, RJ,
What?
I don't think that they're necessarily. I don't think it's a Decepticon type deal. I think it's
No,
more.
I'm just saying they're very convincing that you
Okay.
would not suspect.
Listen,
Yeah,
if
you
we
didn't have your
take a
radar up.
company trip to Thailand, watch out for RJ. Okay,
I know.
watch out.
Oh.
He's easily convinced, my friends. He's
Listen.
easily convinced.
I know.
I think you're an all-star. I think that it could be that they did look pretty convincing if they are, but I think that would make sense. I was actually thinking of the same type of thing, but with Saxon. I feel
Could
like
be too.
he has been ready to take a roll in the hay. I'm trying to be censored here a little bit.
No, he's trying to get laid.
He's trying to get laid, and I think that it would stop the younger brother.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would. I think Saxon would be like, well, you got to try everything once. Like, I feel like he would kind of jump in a little bit more, you know? It also, let's think of the people here, right? So we have Gary, who's named Greg in this season, and he has the boat. He's the billionaire, but he's also a billionaire criminal gay mastermind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who would be on the boat with him? Would it be a bunch of straight billionaires? No. What if all of those guys are married to these trans or ladyboy Thai people? Wouldn't that make more sense?
I feel like, this full moon, they're all going to be partying on the yacht. And I feel like a lot's going to be, revealed.
But I'm saying, but like, who would be there? Who would be there with Greg
probably
and Gary?
people of the same, volition.
Right.
You know,
same lifestyle,
Yeah.
whatever you call it. So I think that that could be very interesting.
Yeah, and really the only ones who are like not tied with him are they're going to be on this yacht now, or will be Saxon, his brother, and the British chick.
Yeah,
They were kind of on in on it,
And Walton decides not to go.
Yeah, he's Bangkok.
Right. She says, so that was another thing, not to go looping back again.
Loop back.
She's been so adamant and a voice of reason and everything else. And listen, I don't expect her to fight the guy, but she said, please don't go to Bangkok. And he's like, I'm going. And she just kind of stands there. She doesn't really fight for it, I would say. I wanted a little bit more out of that interaction, I think.
That's fair.
Is what it is. We'll see what happens. We got to move the story along too.
Yeah.
So go ahead, RJ. What?
No, I was going to say, I feel like this next episode, although we were complaining about how they're changing the structure, I feel like this next one might be a banger. Because you're going to have
Mistakes
the nighttime pool party, some shit's going to go down.
Right.
You're going to have what's his name? Tim alone back at the place. Greg's also there. And then you have him in Bangkok. You have the three girls who we can talk about are also going out at night clubbing.
Yep.
Yeah, right. So I think this could be a fun one.
Right. I'm going to go so far as to say, if the next episode's not a banger, now I'm going to have a sour taste in my mouth for White Lotus. I think we're dragging this out very far, and now with episode 4 being done and there only being 8 episodes, we're now officially halfway through the season.
Yeah.
Shit needs to happen.
Yeah, I think
it's going to go down.
I'm confident.
Right. And the thing that I'm concerned about is that season 1, that was good, and I thought season 2 is the best one so far.
Yeah, I agree.
But if you're looking at those ones, so you're saying you were able to wrap up the story of season 1 in 2 more episodes from what we have now. But you need 4 episodes for this season. So some shit better go down.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just dragging it out because Netflix gave you more of a budget, or HBO gave you more of a budget. I don't know why we would do that. There's no reason to have 8 episodes if you don't need them.
Yeah.
I think that the next episode would probably be mostly on the boat, and I don't think we're going to see a lot of the other characters until episode 6. What do you think, RJ?
No, I agree. I'm curious, going back, if we rewatch the other seasons, if maybe are we retrospectively thinking more happened? Because I do think that the show does kind of explode at the end, right? I feel like you really don't know everything.
What I'm saying is the first 2 seasons had less episodes, so we were further along by the end of episode 4. We still have an equal amount of stuff that we've seen, which was all pretty much set up over 4 episodes. We have an equal amount of episodes left. And so if stuff is really dragging until episode 8, I'm going to be fucking bitchy about it. I'm going to be 100% honest. It's not going to be great.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my take on that.
Yeah.
You want to talk about something fun?
Sure.
Let's talk about something fun. And that would be a big water fight in the middle of a city. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, the 3 chicks.
Right. Bib was back.
Elderly pool.
Yeah. I like that they got sprayed because I don't really like them.
First of all, RJ, what's the temperature? Can you look it up? What's the temperature in Thailand today?
I feel like they were, exaggerate. Is
Check
it
it
that
out.
you're getting a spray? Water.
I want to hear what the temperature is in Fahrenheit, please. I don't know what they use over there.
86.
And sunny, no?
Partly cloudy today,
Okay.
but there's an excessive heat warning.
Okay, so this is my point. So Thailand is a tropical area, and one of the ways that they combat that stuff is with these squirt gun water fights. Obviously it's a cultural thing. They're celebrating a holiday of some sort, and they're doing this fun activity. I don't really see how water would ruin someone's life as much as it ruined these three girls'
I think
day.
they were overreacting.
110%. I thought it was absolutely dramatic. I did think
like,
it was
relax.
cute. It was a cute, funny scene when they're looking out and they see the kids are still standing there waiting for them to come out of the store. I thought that was funny. Okay.
That's good.
But they were a little dramatic, and I don't like any of these characters.
No, I don't like.
I don't like any of these three women.
They're probably my least favorite storyline.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Like, actually, it's not even close, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm not really a fan of them, and I thought that I wanted instead of seeing Tim the Tool Man's tool there.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to see one of these ladies get with a Russian, because I thought that's where the story was going.
Oh, I think it could.
I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I also think my theory is still out there. It's kind of weird that there's all these Russian dudes in Thailand.
Okay.
I think
so.
It could be a mob.
My buddy, RJ, suggested that because I honestly, I thought the bodyguards, I thought Sweetala's bodyguards, I thought they were the guys who orchestrated the robbery.
I think it's, what's his name?
I think it's the friends of Valentin from Russia.
Very well could be it.
And Valentin is the contact at the hotel who says, "Okay, this is how you get in here." And so
guy from Game of Thrones, too.
Right. How do we feel about the Russian guys? That one guy with the shirt with the wings on it.
No,
the hell was that outfit?
It's definitely weird. Like,
They're bizarre.
Could be,
And they talk about things that could very easily be misconstrued as "we're going to kidnap and kill you." No.
Yeah.
I immediately thought, are they going to traffic these three women?
100%. That's exactly where my mind went. Was
very suspect.
Yeah.
Now, did he set the whole thing up, or did he? Valentin, did he set the? And I'm talking about the original. I'm sending you somewhere fun. And all of that stuff to get to this point, or and by the way, the three girls like ditched him pretty quickly with the water fight because they're hiding in the store. We didn't see them meet back up.
That's true.
He goes off. He goes off to get his friends. He's like, "I'll meet you later."
No, he introduced them to the friends prior to them getting all soaked, right?
No,
I think they met the friends after.
They meet up after.
Yeah, I think they met up at the end.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. So they meet up at the end. Where do we leave off with them then? Because I thought we left them in the store looking at the kids.
They met up. It's like, oh, we had the worst day, but we're still determined. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll show you a good time. Cheers. And that was it.
Right. Yeah. So I think it was those two guys who did the robbery, and Valentin was the contact.
Easily could be it.
Okay. So this is my favorite part of every week.
We did forget one thing: the daughter. The daughter
comes clean. She came clean. Yeah. She came clean. She decided to tell the little brother that she's not there writing a thesis paper on monks in Thailand. She wants to live there. And this was her way of seeing if it was worth living in Thailand. Apparently it is, to her anyway.
Yeah.
How do we feel about that? I thought it was a big nothing burger, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know with her. I don't know.
I don't really like her that much. She seems very annoying.
Well, she's fine, but like I don't know. Like
I'm not talking about her looks. I'm saying to deal with her on a regular
but even
basis.
like as a character, she's fine. Like, but like I don't really like think about her after the episode. I like kind of forget about her. It's like, oh, okay.
Well, yeah, she's the last thing we're talking about here. Yeah,
it's true. So it's whatever. I don't know.
Right. How did you feel about RJ? Is there a reason we brought?
Well,
that
again,
back?
it's like she revealed that and then never even told the parents.
Yeah, nothing came out of it. That's what I'm saying. It was
kind
of like fell flat.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I feel like she's not going to love Thailand.
Like she's not telling the full story there. Or something
something's weird, right?
Something's off.
She's barely even been to the place.
Yeah, something's off. Something's off. With her. Maybe I feel like she won't love Thailand by the end of it. I don't know.
You're right.
Or maybe the family be forced to live there anyway.
Yeah. First of all, I want to see Mr. Jones. I want to see Kiyu Kwan.
Dr. Jones.
Yeah, I want to see him
Yeah.
show up somewhere. Because why would they just use the guy's voice? What a waste! That would have been such a cool
He's
cameo.
testifying, right? That's what they said, though.
Yeah, he
is
cut a
he's
deal.
Playing,
He cut a deal.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that would be a very cool cameo.
It would be a cool cameo.
To see at some point if we get to see him at all. Maybe he'll be on the news or something. There's a TV.
Oh, I like that. Dr. Jones.
Yeah.
All right, so these women, really quick, we'll wrap this up with this. The women, they say they want to do something fun because the boyfriend of the actress of the number one in the group is not responding.
Yeah, basically that's why.
Right. So we're not dead, they say at one point,
Yeah.
which is very I'm sure it makes a lot of men insecure when they're watching this. If their wives were going to Thailand and they hear these women say things like, well, we're not dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I feel like all three are just going to end up hating each other and miserable by the time they leave.
Yeah.
With
What
whatever
else,
happens.
Matt? Give me your rundown of predictions for all the characters or all the
jeez.
storylines. What do you think's going to happen by the end of it based on this past episode? How does this go?
Just with everything?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I feel like...
What happens with Tanya and Gary? I'm not Tanya, Belinda and Gary.
I think I think he's going to die. I think his story ends here. I think more than one character is going to die. I think he's going to either...
They have to, right?
Yeah, I think he's either going to die or end up in prison. I think his gig's done. They don't keep recurring characters for too long here.
Interesting.
As for who dies, I really don't know. Guy Talk's going to fuck it up with his girl, I think. That's not going to work out.
Well, he already fucked it up with his job multiple times.
That's not going to work out. I don't know. I feel like a stupid character who we all kind of like is going to end up being happy. I don't know who it is. It may be... I'm hoping really for Goggins and the British girl. I feel like at least one couple usually has a happy ending. I think they'll be happy. They seem nice.
RJ, what's your take?
Well, I think just for next episode, I think that Saxon and the brother are going to get involved with some ladyboy action.
Okay.
I think that's going down.
Okay.
I think that the two of the women, I think the single one and I think the actress are gonna have relations. I don't think Leslie Bibb will have relations.
Wait. Stop. Leslie Bibb's the number 2. Actress is number 1 and the ugly one's number 3. Oh. So give me the numbers, please. Who do you think's going to have relations with who?
Leslie Bibb is what number?
Leslie
number
Bibb's
2.
Not gonna do it.
She's not going to do anything with anybody. Guaranteed she's not.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's based upon her values. I think that's why they set that up earlier.
Maybe. Sure.
And then what else? I think this is interesting. We forgot to mention this too. Yet again, second episode in a row, Belinda, the masseuse, keeps hearing that noise in the apartment. I wonder, is Tanya haunting her?
Interesting. How would they show that if she would?
I don't know.
Is. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that if they show any sort of force ghost or anything like that, I'm gonna be pissed. I don't want to see a floating Tanya.
I think it would be like a voice or something. Maybe she goes to a meditation thing and she hears her or something. I don't know.
What do you think happens between Belinda and Gary, if anything? Like, where does that go? Because Gary's on his way out. He's leaving for a few days.
Okay, well, that was that other weird thing was like, why was Gary so interested in the fact that she has a son?
You can
remember he pulls up her Instagram and sees that she's got a kid.
Right. I thought it
and
was.
And then yeah.
You can use that again.
That's interesting.
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
Use that to get to her.
Yeah, maybe.
As leverage.
I think she's going to try to dip her hands in something she shouldn't. And she's going to try to, be the hero.
Oh, definitely.
But we'll see.
Yeah. Right. I don't think. And what about the Tim with the gun? What happens there?
I feel like it's getting too obvious, though. Like, it'd be too obvious that he's going to shoot himself. And I feel like it's too... But they keep showing him in the shower. So something's going to happen with the water. Right?
So it has to.
That's the thing. Him and water. Something's up.
Constantly him and water. Him and water.
He's not making it out, I don't think.
Yeah, there were just a lot of great... cinematography-wise, this episode was a standout for me. There was a lot of great moments, a lot of cool... Because whenever I always find it interesting how filmmakers portray someone who's high or drunk, and to see things through Tim's perspective once he takes those lorazepams, and just different filters they use and different lenses, and I just thought it was very interesting and a little unique to what we normally see. I would say.
Yeah, no, I think they did it well.
The music was fantastic. Everything was good. I think my optimist view
is I think when this season ends, we're gonna feel a lot differently about the beginning. I think if we go back and rewatch it, we're gonna find a lot of crumbs that we probably missed.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, which
That's what I'm
is always
yeah.
a cool moment because it just shows that you will always miss something. And I intentionally this season, especially after last season, I intentionally watched this show looking for crumbs. Does that stand out? Is
Yeah.
that an Easter egg? Is that a thing that I should be paying
Yeah.
attention to? And
you can't be on the phone. This is a show you can't be on, like Game of
No.
Thrones. You can't be on the phone. You can't be. No, you gotta like intently watch.
100%.
Yeah.
Walk in.
Yeah, or you'll miss it. And
100%.
no, I thought it was good. It's what's her name said the British chick in closing here. She
favorite.
said, "Is this like a Final Destination thing? Is death after me?"
She's great.
And I loved that line. I thought that was great. And
Comes in threes.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah, celebrities die in threes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what happens. My money is
I'm optimistic.
my money is still on the monkey stealing the gun and shooting a whole bunch of things, just shooting off.
I
That'd
think
be fun.
I wouldn't doubt that would happen, but I think definitely some other stuff has got to go down.
Sure. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Last question here. Fuck, I forgot my question. It was a good one too. Give me a second.
Question, answer. White Lotus, Goggins, Monkeys with Guns, Thailand, Bangkok, Lady Boys, Pills, Big Timmy, Suicide, son of masseuse trainer guy.
Yeah, there seemed to be for 50. I'll say this, for 50% of the way through the series, there's a lot of characters in this show.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, a lot of storylines.
And they're all in like, I feel like for last season, you had turmoil between the two couples that were there on vacation in Sicily together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you had the family with the dad and the grandpa and the son, and there was turmoil within them, but it was all external turmoil. It was all external problems that they were able to come together and talk about that created tension.
Oh, good point.
But they had nothing going on. This is like, there's like a lot of main characters, and as of right now, halfway through the season, they're all spread out. They're not together. They're not doing things that. How does one person die?
Vocalizing their issues. Everyone's kind of hiding everything inside.
Yeah, it's a weird. I don't know how they're gonna pull this together. I'll say this: Mike White is he's top tier for me, man. He's
clever.
very, very smart.
And it's cool that he like writes all these episodes
and directs most of them too. I would say no.
Yeah,
I don't think he directs all of them, but yeah.
All
right.
No, he's good.
Okie doke. Well, that's it. Movie Mob premieres every Friday at 6 p.m. for the. We've enjoyed having the people that have viewed the show. Obviously, we appreciate everything. Eden, we love you. Please comment below and like and subscribe to the channel so we can continue. And like I said, I'm dead serious. I will absolutely do. If we get to 100, if and when we get to 100,000 subscribers, we'll do the Movie Mob in front of a live audience. I think that'd be great.
I think it'd be great. We'll do it naked.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll have to check YouTube's policies on that one.
That's fine.
But I think it'd be great. Movie Mob every Friday 6 p.m. We'll be back next week to review the White Lotus season 3 episode 5 and whatever news comes up in the meantime during this week. Thank you. We love you all. RJ, take it away.
How you doing?